Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is Collective Coffee. Today we're talking about fascism. We keep getting this toy in the Kinder Egg. I want something else. And we're doing the Harry Potter collection. Let me get this again. This is the third time. Oh, here, you can have it. Here. It's right there. Okay. Anyway, we're talking about fascism. So I don't know if you've seen, first of all, yesterday the United States government was trying to ban TikTok. I don't know. I think it voted successfully. I'm still able to get on TikTok. I don't know what's going on there. I don't really know. But the reason they're doing that is because they can't control the narrative. Remember, we've been talking about for months how they can't control the narrative, how we're anticipating a communication breakdown of some sort, what that's going to look like, right? Whether it's a full-on attack on the grid, whether it's deleting these apps, whether it's, there's a whole lot of new legislation that is similar to, what is that called? I don't remember what they called it. I don't know, it's some acronym, but it's similar to the Patriot Act, except about online stuff. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, in New York on, what was it, Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday. The governor and mayor, whatever, of New York deployed National Guard to the New York City subways. And the pictures or in the videos are just absolutely dystopian. The conversation on TikTok is lots of different things. What I want to cover is that this is happening in a democratic state. I'm not sure why people still think that Democrats are better than Republicans, especially right now. I had this wake-up call when I was in Los Angeles, and it was the same thing as like New York. I'm like, this is a democratic city. Like, why are these laws being passed, right? That was when I was like, oh, they're both the same. Lots of people are talking about the State of the Union. We went out to breakfast this morning, and the TV at the diner was on The View. So I don't watch this stuff, but I did this morning. And I thought what was really interesting about The View was how much these women were applauding Joe Biden for last night. They were picking out pieces of his speech saying, oh, I really like that part. Like when he said, oh, I might be old, but my ideas aren't. Like, America is completely fucked. Like, we're already in a fascist police state. People think that Project 2025 is only going to be done under a Republican. For those of you that still believe that, the president, first of all, has any power, that's not true. Second of all, if you believe that Democrats are the lesser of two evil, also not true. I hate it here. This is so horrible. But like, we need to talk about the New York thing specifically, because a lot of the ways that these things roll out with fascism is slowly. Like we saw with the pandemic, we've been seeing how we're presented with something, there's like, a little not a study group, controlled group. So it's like we're being experimented on, right? By these powers that be of like, how much will they take? Like legit. So they'll roll things out in smaller municipalities. This is what ALEC does, the American Legislative Executive Committee. They're lobbyists, they're bipartisan. Like, all of these motherfuckers' hands are in this shit together. Even AOC this past week was called out for, not calling for a ceasefire or not talking about, or like saying something about how Israel has its right to exist too. Like, all of these politicians that are currently in this system have been bought and sold by not just AIPAC, which is the American Israel, whatever, lobby committee, American government corporation, whatever you call America, is, I mean, I don't believe that it ever started in a good place, but like right now, what we're experiencing, it's definitely been compromised. It's not just you vote for this person based on this platform that they say they're going to do for you, and that's going to work, right? It's not like that. I believe, you can call me a conspiracy theorist. What, honestly, if you are still thinking, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but like, if you're living right now and you're not, this isn't on your radar, you don't care, you're gonna have a really rude awakening, and that's not my fucking problem. I've been here trying to talk to folks. So anyway, with that being said, all of these motherfuckers are paid off by lobbyists. All of them have invested interest in stocks and bonds. There's conflict of interest on varying degrees of the government. Not to mention the questionable humanity. Like, I don't understand how other humans can hurt humans. I feel like I've already told y'all, I think they're fucking vampires, all of them. Some sort of monsters. Because why wouldn't they? I also think the State of the Union, I didn't watch it. I don't watch shit like that. But it circulates plenty. The way that Kamala Harris was sitting behind Joe Biden, she looked like a snake. And that's another thing that The View was talking about, was how the other guy sitting next to her was a Republican, and like, oh, I bet Trump's gonna be mad that he clapped at a few of these spaces. And I'm like, yeah, because you have to. When you go to an audience, as a participant in one of those audiences, if there's actual people there, they tell you when to clap. They tell you when to laugh. They tell you when to stand. And you do that, right? The sheeples. And people think it's this really great experience. And I was thinking about that at The View, too, because after these, you know, women were saying whatever they were saying about how awesome Joe Biden was last night, and, oh, I bet Trump is got his undies in a bundy kind of shit. Just like the way that the propaganda, the way that this whole thing is played out for us to consume, like we actually have some sort of choice in this, within this system. Okay, we have choice and ability to build new shit, right? But within this system, we're very limited, and that's by design. I just want you to know that now that the National Guard has shown up in New York to monitor the subways, that's going to be rolling out in other urban spaces. There's cop cities being built all over the country. I'm not opening those for you. And so I don't know what to tell you. I think building community and relationship with those geographically close to you, putting some money aside, prepping for whatever you can, make sure that you and your family are good. We are in a repeat year of 2020. It's the same fucking thing we've already done, with the intensifying crises and everything, the election cycle, the candidates, all of it. So we're in March. That's when the pandemic got really big. So I would keep your wits about you in this time. I feel like something rather large is going to happen here on American soil, in addition to all of these systems already being in these fascist things, right? And if you don't resist, it's going to continue to get worse. So, all right, have a good one.